Welcome to another edition of Inside the Electronic Music Industry. In this segment, we're taking you to Miami, Florida to visit with the platinum recording artist, George Acosta. When you walk into his studio, it becomes a lot more clear how organically connected this man is to his music, how diverse he moves his talent to be, and how far back his music production really goes. And today, we get to hear George elaborate on the many different subjects that combined have made his life what it is today. And now, George on his beginnings.
Hi, I'm George Acosta, and I am a DJ producer. Since 1992, I've been doing records. I had a lot of success in Europe, and especially in Germany. I traveled to Germany a lot, and I did live there for like 6 months at one time. But now I just stay here in Miami. Planet Soul was a track I just made for fun, and it became big. The Planet Soul was 1995. And it was actually the beginning of my career as a producer. It went platinum 1998 or something like that. I know we sold 1.2 million copies worldwide, but it was definitely a good thing. I mean, I hope I can make another one of those. These days it's tough to sell 1.2 million copies, but we certainly try, keep trying. So, I mean, we had major tracks in the past, and yes, they had videos, but nothing new up to date. I mean, there's a lot of kids that do videos online. I mean, every time one of my tracks comes out, I'm like, how the hell did they do that? You know, I'm like, okay, so people make their own videos, and it's cool. Thank you. It's nice. It works.
George on production and vocalists.
Right now, at this moment, I'm using Ableton for everything. I use Pro Tools when I have to do really hardcore mastering, but more than likely I'm using Ableton 8 for everything at this point. I have one good vocalist, her name is Truth. It was hard finding her at the beginning. We put out like ads and stuff like that, and I was looking for a rock and roll singer, and then she popped up, and then I kind of like started playing around with vocals, and it went great. So we started doing a lot of tracks with her. I also have a new vocalist. His name is Terry. He's a really good R&B singer. We've done a couple of new tracks with him too. And then I have another vocalist. He's a real rock and roll-ish young kid. He's really cool. His name is John. Then I work with different vocalists in the internet, like people that have already been doing like records with like major labels and whatnot. And then we do collaborations with them. So kind of like a lot of people. It takes a lot of work, and I don't do it by myself. I have a lot of help with like different partners and different people. I gotta be here on the internet listening to how they do the vocals, and I'm like, okay, that's not that way. I'll sing it this way, and it's tough, but it works out. I mean, thank God for fast internet these days. If without that, I mean, we would be nothing right now. So that's how we do it.
George on his labels.
Grooveman Recordings, now we've restarted it again as a digital label, and it's doing pretty good. I try to feature like new artists and people that I kind of like work with, and let's see where that takes us, at this point. With Unknown World, I mean, they do the bookings, the DJ bookings and other stuff. We sign records and they do the management. Me and Frank, we started together. I mean, I was a DJ and a producer, and he was a promoter, and he had DJs, so we're like really good friends. And then for as long as I've been in business, he's been in business, so it's probably about 15-20 years. It's been a long time.
George on awards.
Well, I was nominated for that DJ Times thing, and we did win it. And been nominated for a Grammy, not actually under my name. I had a project made. We did a remix for Fabulous. Didn't win, but it was nominated. So that was cool. I am part of the Remix Grammy Committee and the Producers Grammy Committee. So I'm one of the judges. They asked me, since I've been in the business for so long, and I have like over like 300 releases or something, I thought it was cool. I never thought that I would be a part of the Grammy Committee and actually get to pick and choose tracks that would be nominated for those different genres. So I was like, great, thank you. So I yet have to do my first one. It's gonna be this year, for sure.
George on Dance for Life.
Dance for Life is an organization against AIDS. It's an AIDS awareness like worldwide, and they dance for that cause. And I was asked to be an ambassador for the U.S., like Tiesto is for the Netherlands and Europe and whatnot. I always like to help, and promote positive things, So when they asked me, I was like, yes, please, I want to do it. We've done a song for them, and I think it's on their website, if I'm not mistaken. It's doing good, and whatever we could do to help worldwide, that's what it's all about. So that it's basically for a good cause.
George on Lost World.
The show that we do weekly is called The Lost World Show. I've been with Sirius for like 5 years now, and the show does great, and I'm thankful for everybody that listens. We do it every week. XM and Sirius just merge, and it's actually on the DirecTV now, and it's everywhere. Actually, I'm putting up a website just for the Lost World Show. It's gonna be lostworldshow.com, and then you're gonna be able to get the track listings for every show every week, and you can download the mix every week.
George on education.
I went to SAE because I had really nothing else to do, and I said, okay, look, I'm gonna join school, and hopefully, I'll learn something there more than what I already know. And thanks to them and to that, now my, music, my whole career, everything is kind of wide. Anything that needs to be mixed and engineered, I could do it, and that's thanks to them. So I think I learned a little bit, and I did graduate, and that's done. I thought that I would never finish, because it was almost 2 years. So we made this business plan. Well, I made this business plan at school, and it involved in making a studio with like big, live rooms or whatever. And then in these live rooms, we were gonna put like classrooms on a certain days, like get like kids from the community and kind of like teach them, how to make a track, and how to make dance music or how to make any music, using software or whatnot. That was the whole plan. And then we're in the process right now of getting a government grant to do this project. It's totally different from teaching and doing it. So I'm still deciding what I'm gonna do. Got plenty of time.
George on his newest album and EDM.
I just finished my album, and it's coming out November 17th through Universal. And I was working on that for like a good year, and that's done. And right now I'm in the mastering stages of it, so I kind of like mix and master a track a week, make sure it's good and perfect. I'm entering like a new era, and we're trying to just place like different tracks on different shows, and sooner or later I'll be making like music just for like scenes in a movie or something. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that I gotta do electronic music forever. So that's what we're doing. Starting to branch into that part of the business. Electronic music is electronic music. It's like you make it at home, and it's computerized, and as long as there's computers, there's electronic music, and computers ain't going nowhere, so does electronic music. It ain't going nowhere. And it's just gonna get even better, bigger, more powerful, and even your regular bands, jazz bands, are doing it electronically now. It's like, it ain't going nowhere. It's gonna get bigger, better. You can DJ out of it, you can make music out of it. You could do anything. You can make it talk to you if you wanted to. So, it ain't going nowhere. And it's just gonna get bigger and better.
George with some great advice.
In order to make it, you definitely have to be unique. But, I would just say, don't stop producing, or don't stop because you think like, oh my God, I have no chance, because this is bullshit. It's not true. You will make it. If you try hard enough, eventually you will make it. That is a fact. It's just like hitting on a wall real slow, forever. There's gonna come a point that it's gonna break. Even though if you're hitting it slow, it might take you 10 years, it might take you 20 years, but you will make it. I never thought I would make it. I just did this as a hobby.